A new trailer for Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 has released, and it's about the prototype along with these other teasers. But what do they mean? And could the story behind Chapter 5 have already been revealed within these teasers and trailers? Keep watching, because this may not even be the final chapter of Poppy Playtime, and we could be entering a Chapter 6. So please like and comment and subscribe. It really does help out the channel, because remember, we're very little, and there's this big guy, and he keeps bullying me. It's called Game Theory. He's very big, and I'd like to beat him. But if we can hit 2,000 subscribers, then that would mean the world to me, especially since my birthday was on the 15th of January. So let it be like a late birthday gift, you know. To the video. The trailer starts off with some normal photos of the general places we'll be visiting, but if we really take a look at them, it seems like we're following the journey of the orphans who were taken down to the labs. Think of it, this is the waiting area for the orphans, with mini Huggies. Then they're taken through the hall to a room with one chair and a screen, and you can truly see how they made everything kid friendly within this place, such as the equipment they use is meant to resemble toys, so they would probably bring these children into this room and play them a video on what their new life would be. R.I.P. Pianosaurus, he did not live long. And you can see that the entirety of this place is falling apart, which is a reoccurring theme between all of these chapters. Then we see this yellow hand, but I don't think you would be able to put it on. It seems like it's more of a coffin of some sort with a window on it. It also seems way too big for us to use. Then again, this would be where the children walk down to eventually get into the operation rooms, where they will be transformed into a toy. And it seems like the prototype has been doing some experimenting of his own. Could he be using the children? You'll have to wait to the next part to find out. Anyways, then we are shown the prototype experimenting and possibly making the experiment 1202, which is the experiment that Mob teased on their channel in a YouTube short. And we can see him using the poppy gel, which I think is used to grow the inside of the experiments, such as the organs and blood, is actually growing a vein on the leg of this toy. Ew. And after, what the hell is that? That's terrifying. It's a boogie bot with a giant syringe hands. I hope we get to fight that. That is terrifying. If that's in the new chapter, that would be fire. I really hope it is. And then we get a kind of face reveal of the prototype. I mean, at first, I wasn't sure what it was, but if you really squint, you can kind of see a jester hat. Like, you can even see the bell on the bottom of the knife. And if you remember from this teaser, there was a jester picture hanged on the wall. So, you know, it is wearing something, and it looks suspiciously like this jester picture. And it does make sense. The prototype is incredibly old, and I bet back in his day, jesters were hip and cool with the hooligans, bruv. So it's very likely he'll be a jester in the upcoming chapter. Oh, what was that? Couldn't hear, because the part 2 title card is coming up.
I learned something new about you every day.
What? Master Roshi's in jail? What'd he do? Hold on, I'm on the phone with Goku. He diddled who? They're calling him Roshi Epstein in jail? Oh my gosh. I gotta go though, yeah?
Shut up, you fool!
Chapter 5 will start with us being chased by Huggy, as we can see from this gameplay screenshot of Huggy torn full speed walking behind the player, and there will be 100% conclusion to his character, but it would probably be near the end of the game, because he's 1,000,000% stalking us throughout it. I'm very statistical this part, and I know you're thinking, what's your source? My sources trust me, bro. But I guarantee we will be chased through some sort of claustrophobic place, just like Poppy was running in this trailer. It actually have been a teaser that we're gonna take her place. Hold up, I was just editing and Mob released this bad boy. I wanna say damn, because this actually changes a lot of things, including the government actually knowing about these experiments.
No, I don't know. I hardly recognize him.
Preston, if I didn't know you, I'd say you sounded like a new guy.
She said president.
Preston.
Either I'm mishearing her, or that's just an employee's name, or the government is involved, which I'm hoping the government is involved, because it would make sense, you know, like the funding they're getting, because we do know the factory wasn't really doing that well after the success of the Smiling Critters and Huggy Wuggy. Also, Catnap is coming back. Let's go! That's almost confirmed because of this random Catnap video and this image where you can see a crescent moon on the top of here. So, yay! In the actual game, and probably end up in the same vent that she fell through, because it's just a bit too perfect. She's running through vents. Come on, the vents are huge. So yeah, it would probably be for us as well. And just like her fall into Lily Love Braids' domain. And honestly, I think it will be just like how Mommy Longlegs kidnapped her in the second chapter. And hopefully after defeating her, we will be led to the prototype where we'll finally figure out his identity and find out that there were no orphans or co-workers, and go into an epic boss fight with explosions, and Poppy will tell us her true intentions. The note that was sent was a lie and the entire factory blows up along with us as we run to the exit. Then the factory and everything evil will never be discovered until the next Poppy Playtime Russian hideout. That's the name, by the way. You know, because of the amount of Russian connections we've seen in the past. What I'm saying does start to make sense if you really look at it. We know Poppy wants to blow up the factory. She said that to Dobby. She continuously lies to us and tricks us. When she fell through the vent, it seemed like she was going to be taken by Lily. And I feel she wouldn't care if we were dead as long as we accomplished what she wanted, which is to blow up the factory. Which could be done this chapter or the next. Next? What next? Next chapter? Yes.
You're not going to fight. The charade is over.
Usually, there are 5 chapters in a game. Bendy and the Ink Machine really popularized this, but that's the thing. There was so much advertisement for Bendy and the Ink Machine chapter 5 being the last chapter, but there was zero mention of chapter 5 being the last chapter for Poppy Playtime. For what's after, I have no idea what's after the lads. Maybe it's Poppy Playtime theme park, we saw that on a poster, but who's to say? And there is a lot they would have to clarify within this one game. Unless they pull a FNAF and leave everything unanswered by the end of the game, they would have to conclude the prototype, Poppy, Kissy, the player, Huggy, along with what happened to the orphans and the co-workers. I mean, maybe we know what happened to the co-workers, but yeah, I have a bit of cancer, sorry about that. Do you remember what happened last time they answered a lot of questions in one chapter? So there could be one. I mean, if it really was the last chapter, they would probably say, if it really was the last chapter, they will probably say something about it, right? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the theory. Please leave a like and subscribe, because come on, let it be my late birthday gift. I'd really appreciate that gift, yeah. Anyway, I gotta go deal with something. Yeah, Goku? Oh, you heard? Yeah, I did learn a new technique. Wait, no, Goku, don't do it!